Let's talk about drones. We do a lot of drone talking here. We drone on about drones. This actually doesn't involve the military, at least not yet. Facebook is acquiring for $60 million Titan Aerospace, a company that makes atmospheric satellites. And basically what they're saying is they want to have these drones that for 5 years can fly around without being charged up or given new batteries or anything. And they want to enable all parts of the world that don't have the internet right now to get the internet. I believe we have some video of the Solara 60 drone.
Solara 50 and 60 can be launched at night using power from internal battery banks. When the sun rises, the solar panels covering the craft's surface store enough energy to allow them to ascend to a position of 20 kilometers above sea level and stay aloft continuously for 5 years without ever having to land and refuel. Despite its massive size, Solara only weighs 160 kilograms and can carry a payload of 32 kilograms. It can cruise at speeds of up to 104 kilometers an hour, about 64 miles per hour. According to reports, smaller versions of Solara have already flown.
Okay, so Facebook wants to build 11,000 of these things, and basically they'll be flying around, and as I said, giving Wi-Fi to all kinds of places that don't have it right now. One of the things that I thought was particularly interesting was the 32-kilogram payload. That makes you wonder, right?
Payload's a scary word.
Payload sound, doesn't that sound like bomb, like Wi-Fi plus bomb?
80s movies taught us that payload.
Payload
always meant bomb.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
what do they mean if they don't mean that?
Who knows what they can put in there? But for now, let's...
Canned goods, maybe?
Right, they're going to drop off some peas and some Wi-Fi.
First of all, the guy has the worst speaking voice ever. I mean,
weren't
he's
happy
the
with that
horrible
guy.
inflection. He went up, he kept going up, he kept saying that.
Shouldn't be doing
I don't want to hear him
voiceovers.
do a report. No, I don't want to hear him doing an oral report.
All right, should we believe that Facebook has good intentions here? We attack Facebook. Everyone attacks Facebook all the time. It's very cool and hip to attack Facebook. They're saying that they want so there's 2/3 of the world that don't have internet access right now, and they want to just give it to them. Can we say for a moment that maybe Facebook is trying to do good here? Do you think it's possible?
Oh, I think definitely. I think a couple things. I think one, drones have become such a scary word in some of their contexts that I don't think the technology inherently makes them evil. You know, like I think we will have drones in the future because flying things will be important. That doesn't mean we want the drones that go kill people.
Right.
I think in this case, Facebook is doing good. But not selflessly. I mean, the reason I think I trust them on this is that their incentives as a company financially are aligned with everybody having the internet, and everybody having the internet is a good thing. So, you know, it works out for everybody. They want more users, so everybody having the internet works out. And those people have access to information and learning. And
yeah. Do you think it says something about Facebook that maybe they're starting to stall here? I mean, we're hearing about that young people are not getting on Facebook now, so that they feel like we better figure out what's going on in Africa and get some new signups.
I mean, do you think that they're doing this just to get more clients?
Wouldn't that be crazy?
It
A
would be
business
insane.
doing something for clients. Although I did
that,
like your lofty feeling of we should give access.
But no, but I think that like when I first hear this, I think, oh God, what a waste of money. And then I think that is so important for people to be informed and connected. I mean, look at these governments that cut these people off from information, and they're isolated. I mean, it's really important.
So I think that's a great point. With everything going on here between Egypt and now Ukraine and Venezuela and everything else, that governments literally can shut off the internet. I think in Crimea right now they're not getting any Wi-Fi. I think I can't totally swear to that.
If I was in Crimea, I would be on the phone all day. I have no connection. I have not had a connection in about 5 days.
Yeah, can you imagine how bad Time Warner Crimea is?
We'll be there between now.
Terrible, but really, so in that regard, this could be a pretty great thing if the internet just existed, right? If it just existed literally above governments.
Yeah, I mean, it raises a different set of concerns. I mean, I definitely think the reason Facebook's doing it is because they want more clients. Like, I think that's what I mean.
You don't think it's anything that's like magnanimous on their part?
Well, that's what I mean by I think the incentives are aligned. Like their incentive is to have more clients. The people's incentive is to have internet.
Right. So
everybody wins.
Right.
But that said, I do think it raises an interesting concern about what happens when a company, what happens when something is not operated in the public trust. It's operated by a corporation, and we know the reasons why a government might shut down the internet. Why might a company shut down the internet?
Because there is a corporate incentive, which is money, basically.
Yeah, and this raises issues. I mean, Facebook and Google, Google does similar things here, providing internet to whole towns and stuff, and they're trying to keep expanding that. I think the issue is sort of, both of those companies are very for like net neutrality, for instance, but it does make you wonder then, if the people who have an incentive, a financial incentive to how you use that internet also control that internet, that does raise like classic monopolistic
Could be a problem. Plus, with net neutrality being struck down and all that.
Yeah, it's like, if you look at the healthcare in this country as opposed to the healthcare in countries that have socialized medicine, the incentives are very different. You have people advertising here. People don't advertise there.
Right.
People, they see health as a right. We see health as a for-profit business here.
Right.
And I think that that's a danger. What you're saying is it could be a danger because Facebook is a for-profit business.
Right. So, but is there much, both in healthcare and in internet, is there much difference between the companies and the government at this point? We don't have that much difference, right? Because even with all this NSA stuff, we keep finding out every day that the companies, they all tell us that they're fighting it, and then they're all giving backdoor access and all this other stuff. So it's not like we have that much difference.
You make a very good point.
It does raise sort of international, espionage questions. If Facebook is willing to work with the NSA, I know they've been fighting it. I'm not sure if they have they been caught yet giving backdoor access.
I don't know that they've been caught, but they also are tracking. You log on to Facebook and then they track all your search history, all your web history outside of Facebook. So they're doing plenty of stuff themselves.
So it does raise questions about kind of the security of other nations, the security, I don't know, giving an American company total access to all of their.
Well, and it is the same as the NSA issue. It's like, we need to protect ourselves and make sure that we know what evil people are planning. So we need to have this broad surveillance. But then that compromises everybody's rights, so.
We need to know what porn you're all watching at all times. I'm pretty sure that's the final thought on that.